Hi everyone, I'm Madison from Sleepopolis, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 8 Sleep Pod Mattress. The Pod is a smart mattress designed specifically to regulate your temperature, so hot sleepers are going to want to pay special attention to this review. So let's get talking about the Pod. This is an all-foam mattress from 8 Sleep that's built with Smart Temp AI, and it actually pairs with a water pump and an app to pump water throughout the mattress and regulate your temperature, which sounds really great for hot sleepers, but does this bed actually work? So to help you find out, I'm gonna put the Pod through some tests to determine its quality and feel, plus tell you which sleepers I'd recommend it to. And you can also check out the more detailed written review of this bed, find great discount codes, and find a link to 8 Sleep's website by clicking the links in the description below. Determining quality is especially important before you buy a smart bed like the Pod, because a low quality smart water mattress is a big bedroom disaster just waiting to happen. So I'm gonna start off by talking a little bit about materials. Materials play a huge role in determining whether or not a mattress is well made. So I'm gonna take you through the Pod's materials layer by layer to really give you a good idea of what this bed is made with. So as a general overview, the Pod uses water in that hub over there and Smart Temp AI to regulate your body temperature throughout the night and keep you cool or warm if that's what you prefer. And then this bed also pairs with an app that lets you set your preferred temperature and offers some sleep tips. And I'm going to talk you through that app after I break down the materials that this bed is made with. So I'll start out with the cover of the Pod. The Pod, by the way, is 11 inches tall, and it uses an active grid tech layer in the cover. It ships actually separately from the mattress. You'll see me putting it on to the mattress in the video, and that layer pumps water throughout the bed to help you really regulate your body temperature. And that cover is also full of biometric sensing trackers that send information about your sleep straight to the 8 Sleep app, which is really gonna help you improve your sleep health over time. And that cover, you can kind of feel the water tubes and the tech in it, not in a bad way. I would say it has a similar feel to maybe a really high quality air mattress when you first lay down. And then right underneath that cover is the Pod's special sensor layer. So when you pair the sensor with 8 Sleep's app, it's gonna continuously monitor your temperature to adjust the bed's temperature automatically as you sleep and keep it at the temperature you choose to set it at. This is really amazing for hot sleepers because it's gonna keep you cool throughout the night. You're not gonna wake up at 3 a.m. sweating. And this layer is also pretty thin, so underneath more of the water pumps, you really don't feel it at all. And then below that is a comfort layer made of soft foam for some pressure relief. And below that layer is gonna be a contour layer that offers you some additional pressure relief and really eases you onto the base layer of the mattress, which is made of standard high density poly foam. But that base, aside from providing support to the overall mattress, is actually loaded with some of the Pod's Smart Temp AI that collects even more temperature data about you throughout the night. And that base is what hooks up to the Pod's hub, and you fill up that hub with water about every 2 to 3 months, and it works with the Smart Temp AI in the bed to regulate your temperature. I will say a lot of people ask if the 8 Sleep Pod is loud because of the water pump technology, and I would say no. Sometimes when it's resetting the temperature, there's a little bit of a soft humming sound, but honestly, it's surprisingly quiet, and if you like to sleep with white noise, you might really like the sound of this bed. And then in general, a lot of the time, the pump is not making any noise at all. So before we move on from talking about what this bed is made of, let's talk about how it actually works. As I mentioned earlier, the Pod pairs with the 8 Sleep app, which is how you're gonna control the temperature settings of your mattress. I tested the app myself and I thought it was pretty easy to use. I'm really not a techie person, so if I can do it, anybody can, I promise you. So the first thing you do after you download the app is gonna actually walk you through setting up your bed. So when you do set up the bed, you're gonna unbox your mattress, open and zip on the smart cover, and then you're gonna plug it into the bed's hub. And next you're gonna pair the hub with your phone and link it up to your Wi-Fi. The app is gonna tell you how to do all of that. And then you're gonna add distilled water and a few tablespoons of 3% hydrogen peroxide to the hub to prime it. It's gonna prime for 10 minutes, so start pumping water throughout the bed. After it primes for the first time, you're gonna take a temperature quiz. So you're gonna decide what sleep temperature works for you. If you don't like what you choose initially, don't worry, you can use the app to manually adjust the temperature anytime you want to. And then after you set your sleep temperature, you're gonna refill the tank and leave the pod to prime again for 90 full minutes. After all of that is done, you're ready to sleep on the pod. It's ready to go for the next 2 to 3 months. I'll also say here, a great perk of the pod is that you can set each side of this mattress to a different sleep temperature. So if you sleep with a partner who has a different temperature preference than you, this is a really nice feature. And aside from controlling the bed and helping you set it up, the app also does really cool things like track your sleep and record things like how many hours of REM sleep you get and how much you toss and turn at night. And then it's gonna actually offer personalized sleep coaching to you to help you improve your sleep health. And it also offers nice things like guided meditation and guided breathing tracks. Plus it even has some exercises you can do in the morning and at night. And then finally, the app lets you access 8 Sleep's special alarm. So instead of ringing, the 8 Sleep alarm actually vibrates the top of your bed to kind of gently shake you awake without any sound. Okay, so I know that's a ton of tech, but all in all, I'll say again, I was shocked by what an amazing job all of that did at really regulating the temperature of this bed. If you're a hot sleeper or you're someone who wants maybe a more heated feel from their mattress, I think you're gonna be really pleased with all that cooling technology. And again, I am really not tech savvy and I could do it, so I think you will be able to as well. And now that we've got all of that tech down, let's go back to talking about more standard mattress components. I'm gonna finish the quality section here off by talking about edge support because that's a really important indicator of quality. So edge support is a measure of whether or not you're gonna be able to sleep all the way on the side of your bed and still feel supported. And a bed with great edge support is often more durable because you're able to distribute your weight across its entire surface area, which really prevents premature sagging. So I tested out the edges of this bed. I thought they were a pretty good edge, especially for a foam bed. As far as foam mattresses with no springs go, I think this is the strongest edge you're gonna find out there. So now I have covered the app, I've covered the materials, I've covered edge support. You know all about what this mattress is made of and are probably wondering, is it high quality? How durable is it? Will it last me a long time? I would say this mattress will probably last you about 5 years based on the factors I've covered above. And I will say that you do need to make sure that you fill the water tank with hydrogen peroxide pretty regularly because that's what's gonna keep the tubes inside from getting gunky the way maybe an old humidifier tube would. So next up, let's get into what you're really curious about, how the 8 Sleep Pod mattress feels. Keep in mind here, feel is subjective, so someone lighter or heavier than I am might experience the mattresses feel a little bit differently. I'm gonna kick things off with firmness since that's the best indicator of a mattress's overall feel. So I gave this mattress about a 7 out of 10 on the mattress firmness scale. That means it's on the firmer side of medium firm. And I would say that I also felt more on top of than in this mattress. So I'd say it's a great fit for combination sleepers. I also felt really comfortable on this bed when I was on my back. I felt personally pretty comfortable when I was on my stomach. So if you're a lighter to average weight stomach sleeper, you'll probably be pretty comfortable on this bed. If you're a heavier stomach sleeper, I might opt for something with some inner spring support. And finally on my side, I did feel that the mattress was a little bit too firm for me. I felt some pressure around my shoulder and my hip area on this bed. So another really important feel factor is bounce. How bouncy a bed feels is really gonna determine whether you'll feel more on top of the bed or really hugged by and inside of your mattress. And so to test out bounce, I used a 10-pound steel ball and bounced it up and down on this mattress. I would say this bed was not very bouncy, but the grid is really easy to move around on, so I actually didn't feel stuck in the bed at all. I felt more on top of it than in it, which is great news for combination sleepers who like to roll around a lot at night. And then bounce is something that's really closely related to motion transfer. If you sleep with a partner, this is a measure of whether or not you're gonna feel disturbed when they roll around and change positions at night, or maybe get up to go to the bathroom. So to measure motion transfer, I used a seismometer, as you'll see in the video. And I would say based on those seismometer results, this bed has a pretty high degree of motion transfer. so you're likely to feel disturbed by someone on the other side of the bed. To test that out even farther, I had a friend hop in bed with me so I could see how much motion transfer I felt when she rolled around next to me. Personally, I really could feel her moving around. It was less that the mattress was bouncy and more that I could feel her shift a little bit of the water in the tubing section of this bed while she rolled around. So if you're someone who's a pretty light sleeper, easily disturbed, I would opt for a different mattress. And the last feel factor I'm gonna talk about is pressure relief. Pressure relief is a measure of how evenly distributed your weight is gonna be on a bed. So this is really important for side sleepers because it measures how much pressure or soreness will build up around their shoulders and hips, which are pretty sensitive areas. So to measure pressure relief, I put a pressure map down on the mattress and I lay down on it on my side, and you're gonna see that map range from blue in low pressure areas to red in high pressure areas. Keep in mind, again here, I might be a bit more lightweight than some sleepers, so other folks might experience more or less pressure on any given bed than I did. So as you'll see from that pressure map, there is a little bit of green around my hips and shoulders, which does indicate some pressure buildup there. That's pretty consistent with what I felt on this mattress. I would say if you're a strict side sleeper, you might want to opt for something a little bit softer, but if you're someone who alternates between their side and another position at night, you'll probably be comfortable on the 8 Sleep. So before we wrap up, I want to give you my personal pros and cons of the pod mattress. First up, some reasons I think you could really like this mattress. If you're a hot sleeper, I think this mattress is a great option for you. When I had it set to the cooler settings, I definitely felt like the bed was cool to the touch. I lay there for a while and didn't feel it warming up under me. So if you are someone who struggles with getting hot at night, this could be a really great solution for you. Next up, if you sleep with a partner who has different temperature preferences than you might really like this bed because you can set one side to really hot and one side to really cool and both feel comfortable throughout the night. And then finally, if you're someone who is interested in improving your sleep health over time, I think the 8 Sleep app is a really great way to do that. I really liked all the meditations, the guided breathings, the exercise they have in there, and the personal sleep coaching tips once they have gathered a lot of sleep information about you are gonna be really great and help you on your sleep health journey. That said, I don't think this mattress is necessarily the perfect fit for everybody. Some reasons it might not be great for you. If you don't want to deal with the setup or maintenance of this bed, because it is important that you refill the water tank every 2 to 3 months and that you include the hydrogen peroxide in that water tank to prevent any kind of growth. If you don't want to deal with that, you want a mattress that you're going to set up and forget about, this is not the mattress for you. Similarly, if you sleep on your side, this mattress might be a little bit too firm for you. And then finally, if you're a heavier sleeper, I don't think this bed is going to be quite supportive enough for you. I would opt for something actually a little bit firmer that offers some inner spring support. So if you are interested in purchasing a pod mattress, I want to give you some info on 8 Sleep's company policies. First up, this mattress comes with a 100-night sleep trial. This bed is going to ship for free and it will arrive compressed in a box. And finally, the pod comes with a 10-year warranty, but the warranty only covers the foam mattress portion of your pod bed. The pod's technology layer and sensors are covered by a 2-year limited warranty. So that's it for my review of the 8 Sleep Pod mattress. If there's anything I didn't cover, let me know in the comments below, and check out the full written review of the pod by clicking on one of the links below. And remember that you can follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our new reviews or giveaway announcements. And of course, you can always head over to sleepopolis.com for any of your sleep needs.